guys, welcome back to another soggy bottomed Bonfire beer review. We're still sitting in wet seats.
We're soggy bottoms because the seats were frozen.
We were hoping spring was here, but it's not.
It's elusive.
It's not. I actually tweeted today that I have this deep feeling of like wanting to declutter and like get rid of things and donate things and spring clean. Yeah, like my OCD is flaring up hardcore this week, and then I looked outside and it was snowing and I slowly saw, you know, sadness falling to the ground, accumulating regret of feeling those things.
Wow.
Thanks again, Jerry. You did a phenomenal job. Our last video, if you guys haven't seen it, I'll link it at the end of this video.
Wonderful.
It was Marshall Brewing Company, and we really enjoyed both beers.
Yep.
So the only thing which you guys noticed when I did a close-up transition slide, the B-roll of him pouring, was this one kind of exploded. So this one is 5.5 ABV, which is pretty standard for a pale ale.
Yep.
To be expected. 55 IBUs, which is more than I thought it would be.
Very, very light.
Yes, a very white, crisp head.
Looks like a Belgian.
It does. So it only has 602 overall ratings, 3.57, so very middle of the road for this beer. 9 reviews this month. Hoppy, light, fruity, floral, and earthy is the tasting note.
Okay.
So go ahead and try to give us a nose. I know you still have a lot of head on there, but try to give me a nose in that one, sweetie.
See, I would say typical pale ale. Nothing extraordinary smelling. Doesn't smell really hoppy.
Smell a very, very sweet, light, crisp pale ale.
Yep, I agree.
Last time this happened, though, you got a good gulp, and then I went to go try something, and it was terrible because he got beer, and I got mainly head.
Oh, sweet. Apricot, mango, citrus, a little bit of a bite. Banana, maybe.
Really?
Yeah, definitely not what I would expect.
Not piney, not floral, not earthy?
Not at all.
It said earthy.
I don't get an earthy taste, and maybe that's because of the way it's poured right now, but I don't get an earthy.
Oh!
See,
Well...
There goes head.
I didn't think that would happen. I didn't want just head! Because that's what you were leaving me. But now I got more head than I had before.
You got more head than you had before.
Damn it. I'm not going to do what I did in that one video where I literally scooped the head out.
No, don't
But
do
I
that.
feel sad.
If you let it settle for a second.
What would you give it?
3.85? Is there an 8.5?
No, 3.75. It's in 20. It's in 0.25.
All right, probably it's better than 3.74. 4.
You'd give it a 4?
Yeah, it's a good beer.
It's a kangaroo wearing a laser beam jetpack with an astronaut helmet, flying through space with hops floating around as if they were meteorites, trying to dodge the hops.
So the laser is coming out of his pouch, or her pouch?
No, it's on the back. It's a jetpack.
Okay, gotcha.
Wow, that's a really smooth, easy drinker. It's not bitter. It's not hoppy.
Bitterness.
It's almost like juicy. I would say it's juicy.
No bitterness at all.
That's very interesting. It's like very, very sweet. The kind of sweetness you'd get from your standard domestic, that level of sweetness, like not too sweet, but just sweet enough. But it has almost like a malty, bready backbone. Like I do get kind of like a bready, like Belgium style backbone to it.
It looks like a Belgium.
I don't taste anything piney or floral whatsoever. Nope. I don't get an earthy sense from this. I'd agree with Dana on some of the fruits that he mentioned, like mango and orange. I taste the most though, I would say.
Not apricot?
I don't. I really don't know that I've ever eaten an apricot. I don't taste peach. I don't taste nectarine. No.
This is a good beer.
This is a satisfying beer. Like if you were really thirsty, it's light enough where you don't feel like you're drinking a beer.
Summer beer.
Good summer beer. I'd agree.
Yep,
like cut the grass, go for a kayaking trip.
Hang
kind
out
of a
under
thing.
The stars with the telescope.
Yeah, really, really good, easy drinker. And it's 5.5% ABV, so even for those of you out there who don't like beer that much, this is a good kind of like, I'd say beginner level.
Yeah,
don't hate it, not mad at it. This one is Elk Valley Brewing Company, which is Oklahoma City. It's a microbrewery. The overall rating for this beer is on 3,700 reviews, and it is overall a 3.79. There is 2 people that we follow that have reviewed this beer, but they are just friends on Untappd. They're not anyone that we have to shout out on YouTube, unfortunately. One person loved it, one person did not like it. And undernotes are roasty, malty, chocolate, and coffee. Pretty standard for what you'd expect from an Imperial Stout. I have a love-hate...
Generally, you don't really find yourself loving Imperial
I have a
Stouts.
love-hate relationship with Imperial Stouts. When it comes to stout, as a category of beer style, I am a stout person. Like, that's what I like to drink. If it says stout, if it's dark in the glass, it's something that I want. So, it's not that I don't like them. It's when you compare them against, like, an oatmeal stout or a milk stout or something along that line, I tend to not like them as much. They have a boozy bitterness to them, for whatever reason, that I don't usually favor. And I have, this year, actually been able to say that I like barrel-aged beer. So I no longer discard the boozy flavor as a not good beer. I actually am pretty open to it. But if I had to compare Imperial against the other styles I just mentioned, yeah, still not my favorite style of stout. So this one is Coffee Nemesis. It's an Imperial Stout. It's 9% ABV. There are no IBUs. And it says on the side of the can, cheers. This Imperial Stout is made from fine English roasted barley to give that dry roasted and slight coffee flavor. Rich chocolate, caramel, and Munich malts round out the flavor profile.
Interesting.
Oats bring the body and mouthfeel we wanted for this stout. We also upped the ante with aged this great beer on noble coffee beans. Wow! So it's on aged coffee beans. So this one poured very, very dark. It's obsidian. It is completely not see-through. There's nothing about it that is amber toned. Even in the glow from the fire, I'm getting a brownish taupe color. I'm not getting any red tones like you would typically get. It's very obsidian. Very dark. When you first poured it, was there a head?
Not really.
No?
Not like this one.
Smells very robust, very rich. It smells like it will be bitter, even though it's not IBU tested. It smells predominantly like dark roasted coffee and dark chocolate.
Okay.
So above all else, it is dark.
Dark.
See if you get that too. And it coats the glass very well.
Oh yeah.
Dark, right?
Dark coffee, chocolate. Yeah, exactly what you said. Maybe hazelnut. Almost a fruitiness.
Like a meaty fruit, like dates or raisin.
Yeah.
Very basic can art on this one. It just simply has a coffee bean for the O in the word coffee, and then their logo, which is a little deer head, which reminds me of Elk Brewing here in Grand Rapids.
I'm thinking, when I heard that, I'm like, oh, Elk Brewing?
Yeah, because it's called Elk Valley.
Yeah.
So
obviously
totally makes sense. Wow. Coffee. Coffee. Cold brew French press coffee.
Really?
Very robust. It tastes like a coffee you would actually spend a lot of money on in a little like coffee shop bistro. Like, oh, can I get a pour over please? Kind of a thing. You paid extra because it's something different. Like that kind of coffee. No, you didn't go through a drive-thru to get this coffee.
Right.
It definitely, like they said, it was an aged coffee bean. I really get that. I think this definitely is dark roasted. Really interesting. I don't taste chocolate at all. I don't taste booziness. I don't taste bitterness, really. It's very smooth, but it's very roasty. So picture, hold on though. Picture that you've had coffee, and we're on a road trip, and we're in the car, and you put ice in it because it was so hot at first. But then after hours of driving and treacherous, like, roads, you have not been able to drink your coffee. And it's not in the Yeti, okay? It's in like a regular coffee cup. Yeah. And it's cold as hell by the time you go to drink it again.
Got it.
Go into this. Go into that.
Cold coffee.
Go into the drink.
We're in Alaska, driving the ice roads.
I don't mean that. I just mean it's very cold. If you don't think about it like that, you may not like it.
Yes.
You get that? It doesn't actually taste like a beer at all.
Completely like coffee.
It doesn't taste like a coffee
very
stout.
Good.
It tastes like just straight up cold brewed coffee.
It does. It's very good.
And it's 9% ABV.
And it's got a little bit of a sweetness to it at the end.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's very good. Not sickly sweet like the cream and sugar type.
Yeah.
But like
just like your
I got some
coffee.
Coffee. It's black. It's really well brewed, and it's cold.
Yeah. I mean, you could totally make this into. I mean, this would be good as a base for a lot of like cooking and baking recipes.
It's good.
It's a good.
Imagine brewing
it's
that in a
deceptive,
French
though.
press.
It's deceptive because it's 9% ABV.
Yeah.
Do you get that when you taste it?
Nope.
Like if you tasted it and you didn't know the ABV, what would you honestly say the ABV is?
6.
Really quick, because we already gave a very lengthy shout out in our unboxing for Jerry and our last Bonfire beer review for Jerry, but he deserves another shout out for sure. He is a very strong supporter of our channel. He leaves lengthy comments that imply that he's watched the entire video. He's extremely funny. He's clever. He has that dry humor sometimes where he does like puns and kind of play on words. But he's a really fun guy. He's a wealth of like fun facts. Like he tends to say that he has knowledge that is like useless knowledge. Yeah. But I think it's really great. So he brings that to his channel with every video. Even if he's just awesome. Tasting chips, he tells you a story about his day, or he talks about, you know, he takes his videos very seriously, but not seriously at the same time. So he knows how to have fun and be lighthearted and joke around, but when he's trying to do a review of something, he's trying to authentically give you an idea of whether or not it's worth you going and finding it or spending your money on it. He doesn't just do beer, he does variety. So he does anything. And what's cool about Jerry is like if we were to go to the grocery store and see something and go, I don't know if we want to spend money on that. I don't know if it'll be worth it. Should we buy it? If you tell Jerry to try it, to see if you want to try it yourself, he will do it. Yeah. Like he's just a really sweet guy.
He's a great guy.
Really sweet guy. Yeah. A very valued member of our community, and I would really appreciate if you guys go check him out. Reviewed all the beers we sent him already. We sent ours about a week and a half or so, 2 weeks before he had sent us our box.
Yep.
So you can go watch all the Beerbelliedtravelers hand-picked picks for Jerry, Michigan beers sent to him in Oklahoma. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful night. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this beer for sure.
And cheers.
Cheers.